So there's multiple different active ingredients that could have the same site of action. But the site is how it actually kills the plant. And that's where you look at a little differences. We can have active ingredients in that same category that have differences in the active ingredient itself. The site of action, though, is how it specifically kills the plant. Absolutely. So I think if we look over the course of time, the resistance trends have not been our friend. They're not going the way that we would like to see probably as an industry, making sure that we're not increasing the resistance that we have to our current active ingredients. So when I look at what's happening from a trend standpoint, what's concerning to me is that we continue to develop resistance, and the active ingredients that we have today are what we need to utilize. So for me, it's about how do we make sure we maintain the viability of these active ingredients going forward. Yeah, absolutely. So I think as planter technology has increased, as we've seen cultural shifts in between how we used to plant corn than plant beans, and now we're planting both at the same time. This has kind of compressed the window in which we have the ability to spray herbicides. And I think there's a few options. I think one, we can run earlier with products like Surtain herbicide that provide that residual endurance, or two, we could ask growers to shut down the planters.
Okay.
I don't think option two is a viable option. So I think at this point what we look at is how do we manage and maybe spray earlier in the season, and also too, how do we provide products that are flexible to make sure we can continue spraying after crop emergence. When I think about what is so unique about Surtain, is that is the first solid encapsulation that will be available in a herbicide on the market. This is something that's very new compared to the liquid encapsulation. There's some limitations in what we can do with that liquid encapsulation that we couldn't get done from a crop safety standpoint with kick soil. So we had to develop an entirely new process, and this is the first time that this technology will be available with a herbicide. What this does is allow us to utilize more group 14s or PPOs like saprophenicil in that pre and early post market. So we've increased the application window, increased our crop safety post-applied without sacrificing our weed efficacy. So from the residual control, we see up to 8 weeks of residual control with this product on weeds like palmer amaranth and waterhemp, which are some of the primary focuses for many growers in the Midwest. Those seem to be the weeds of concern. They also seem to be some of the primary contributors of resistance out there in the market as well too. Yeah, so we submitted for registration back in August of 2022. Our goal and what we're expecting and anticipating would be hopefully a late registration in Q4 of 2023 or the early part of Q1 in 2024. So if growers are looking to find out more information about Surtain herbicide, I would ask them to reach out to their local BASF rep. We will have this at multiple universities in 2023. We will also have this at all of our major showcase plots and tech service trials in the 2023 season. So if they want to see what Surtain looks like in action, I would first tell them to reach out to their BASF rep.